to share with you today. So we're just going to take a few minutes. This is a compilation, an integration of his thoughts, his ideas, his research, and his prayer and his hope for the future, developed over the course of his lifetime. The Seven Fires prophecy told of the coming of the new peoples to our land and of the sacrifices we would be called upon to bear for many generations. In 1493, Pope Alexander VI and European kings laid the foundation for the colonization and extermination of non-European peoples, and our population fell from 72 million to 4 million in a few centuries. But in 1532, Franciscus de Vitoria, founder of modern international law, stated the Indians were the true owners of the land and that the pearls of the sea belonged to them. This is where Aboriginal right takes its root in North America. In 1867, the Dominion of Canada was created, and government and police, guided by church, ushered in an era of oppression, of abuse, and of exploitation, and devastating eradication of our spirituality, culture, heritage, traditions, and lifestyles. The painful living legacy is evident in our disproportionate levels of poverty, health problems, life expectancy, illiteracy, unemployment, addictions, suicide, alienation, and deplorable living conditions.
Yesterday, Premier Dole of Manitoba announced that his government there would set aside 1.2 million acres of land for unsettled, treating land entitlement issues. This is progress. It is encouraged. Also suffered many losses. And our people know we will never relinquish our rights under any circumstance. Never, ever. And I want you to know here, my friends, my brothers and sisters, that I truly believe in Canada. I really do. And I believe in Canadians. Canadians are fair and decent people. Canadians are fair-minded. Canadians believe in fairness. Canadians believe that all peoples must be treated fairly and justly. And I know and I truly believe in my heart that Canadians want everyone to have a fair chance in life.
You, that we are with you in your struggle, and we call on the Government of Canada to recognize the challenge that First Nations face and give you the tools and the resources to bring hope to your young people, to bring opportunity to your young people, to bring decent, good-paying jobs to First Nations people. They're absolutely entitled to it, and the government must act. But I want to end my comments by saying that the Government of Canada has an obligation to live up to the treaties and the agreements that were made with First Nation people, especially an agreement that was just reached within the last 2 years, referred to as the Kelowna Accord. Mr. Harper, live up to the Kelowna Accord. National Chief Bondane talked about some of the recent victories, including the appointment of a First Nation person as a judge yesterday, and some of the other settlements that have been reached. I just say to you as brothers and sisters, that did not happen by chance. That happened because your leadership decided to have a national day of action from coast to coast to coast, and government felt the pressure from you and from ordinary citizens in Canada. So I say, I saw a sign earlier, there is strength in unity. Solidarity and unity will make a difference. Let's all work together to end the grievances of First Nation people. Thank you for having me.
Very much, Buzz Hargrove.
I guess part of the main theme of today is the poverty of First Nations, the lack of control and management of land and resources, and I think the Algonquins are a prime example. We're patient. We have land on both sides of the Kitchissippi, the Ottawa River, both valleys on both sides of the river. And there is no treaty. There is no treaty with the Algonquins. On the Ontario side, it's almost 9 million acres. And it's about 3 times the size on Quebec side. But we have reserves that maybe add up to a couple of thousand acres. It represents about 0.0002% of the original territory. And that's what we fought in wars for. We fought beside the colonial governments, British governments, the Canadian governments. Our ancestors shed their blood, lost their lives, lost their children, expecting that they would be treated properly and fairly. But after 200 and some years, we have not improved. We don't see any more land. We don't have any access to resources. But if you look around, I think if you drive through towns, you'll see wealth. There's wealth everywhere.